Hi, so in this video, I thought I would share with you guys a little quicker, speedier look at my watercolor painting. So if this looks familiar, I have uploaded this video before, but it was like an hour and 12 minutes or something like that, possibly even more. And so this one's going to be about 12 minutes. And I thought it'd be a fun way to share that video because we don't always have time to watch the whole thing, but also to remove the background music that I didn't realize was really low in the background. That was something I can't have on my YouTube channel. That is, I can't think of what it's called, but it's like there's certain music you can and cannot use. And so I wanted to remove that and share a video of the watercolor painting in a little quicker fashion so you'd have time to see the start to finish. And then also I can possibly re-upload the full length without the music in the background and maybe add something different. But I was also thinking, I'd shared this once before, of doing both versions and seeing what really works best, or actually just doing both versions. So if you can share with me your thoughts if you like the little quicker look. So right now I'm just setting up a nice little tea, some little special cute teas that I got at a local little Japanese market. And so I'm just preparing a nice little setting to start watercolor painting. And here I'm bringing over my little vintage milk and creamer caddy. And so I love this one because it has little lids. So when the cats come in, when I happen to get up or step away for a moment, they're not drinking the watercolor with the paint in it, because they will, and they have, and that's so not good for them. So I love having the little lids right on hand, although I will use like the little cute coffee topper lids to help keep your little coffee or tea or something warm in the meantime. Those work out really good. And then here I'm sharing a look through my watercolor journal. It's by Pagan All. It's called the Harper journal, and this one is the standard size. They have them in a few size options, and I think this one's like a 6 inches tall by almost 5 inches wide, like a 4.75, and it's roughly an inch thick. And I believe the paper is like a good thick sketch paper, not watercolor, but it does really well for the watercolors, so I really like that. And it's really lovely and made extremely nice. Okay, so as I was sharing with you guys of doing both options of the video, so let me know. I really appreciate, I love your guys' feedback. You guys have some of the best comments and suggestions and tips, so I really love and appreciate that. As much as I share with you guys things, you guys really share with me so much goodness in return. So I know I always make sure to answer everything and to say thank you and to let you guys know, but I really want you guys to truly know I love and appreciate it. I love when others share, which is why I love to share. And it works out great. So here I go. I'm just getting started with those watercolors, and along the way you'll see I pivot and adjust, and I have a little beginning idea of what I want to create. And in there, I realized I kind of didn't leave space for a little cottage I wanted to add in. And watercolors are really forgiving. People think they're not, but they're extremely forgiving. And you can adapt or edit, adjust and pivot to what you need to do. And so I will do that along the way. And I really love adding little houses or cottages, or I love that in my decor, little houses and such, and in stickers and notebooks and postcards and things that I get. There's something about the little houses that's so charming to me, along with the many other little things that I love. So I just kind of get going here. Now I'm using, my palette is from Art Toolkit. It's the Folio palette. The little pans are magnetic and you just drop them in. I've shared these in many of my other videos and pictures and such. Now it's filled with Royal Talens, like half Royal Talens Van Gogh watercolor paints, and the other half is Daniel Smith watercolor paints. And some of the Van Gogh and Daniel Smith I have mixed to make my own specific colors, and ones that I felt like I might utilize some of the blues, some of the pinks, and I really love how those came together. So I'm using the travel brushes that are also from Art Toolkit. The brand is Rosemary and Company, and they have their own website, but I get mine directly from Art Toolkit, along with other little things that I'm purchasing from them as well. I love to use them not only on the go and traveling, but at home. And if I'm not using those, I have some, I can't think of what they're called right now, my other brushes. They are, I really am drawing a blank on what the name of them. So I'll definitely share with you guys in another watercolor video the paintbrushes that I typically use at home. They're the Princeton, but I'm trying to think what they're called. They're black. They're just really super lovely. And then you can see here that I finally did my little adjusting to add my cottage in. I feel like it's also really nice to see it in a quicker fashion to kind of get a good idea and gist of the overall project and how it comes together. And then if you're creating a long or just relaxing, that longer video could be nice as well. I watch, when I watch other YouTube videos, I feel like I like both options. When I see faster videos and when I see a nice slowed version of the process. So I feel like possibly doing both of those in the future. Maybe releasing the quick speedy one first, and then maybe a few days later releasing the longer version as something you may want to just relax and watch. I'm not sure. You guys can kind of let me know what you feel like might be best. You guys have such great ideas and suggestions. But I love being able to share with you guys, because the whole point is just to create and begin and really just to enjoy that process. Because on here, sometimes it's not super easy to create with the camera going. Like, I feel that sense of the time and the little pressure of getting that together and creating, which I think is kind of where I fumbled in forgetting to add my cottage in and having to really go back and fix that. But it's worth it because I can share with you guys and share those mistakes with you guys, if you want to call them a mistake, just sort of an edit, and to kind of show you that you can kind of pick up where you left off or adjust, or not to worry so much. I guess it all comes together. In the end, I really like how it all came together and turned out. And it was kind of good to see how I can pivot and bring it together. But not just for myself, but for you guys to be able to see that too, to realize there's really no mistake. You can kind of just edit and go along. So I think that's what's really good about sharing, that so many times people think, oh, it's easy for this person or easy for that person. But it's always more than we think it is. And it's not always as simple as we think it is. Well, I say that because I've only been doing mine like maybe a year now. And the point of me sharing is to encourage others, because it took me a long time to get started. And I felt like you had to be some great artist in order to start. And that's just simply not the case. Just begin right where you are, and it starts to come together for you. And you'll find your little spot, and you'll find your little niche, and it works out really great. So if you guys like this video, I appreciate if you guys liked it, and I appreciate my subscribers and new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for joining me and following along on my watercolor painting journey. And as always, thank you. I appreciate having you here with me.